Now you can see the bottom of my drink.
JFA. Why a JFA? AJ.
Because that one works. I don't know why. For some reason, when the producer live comes on, it doesn't work.
Welcome to YAJ. Welcome to YAJ.
What's up, spiritual brothers and sisters?
Oh, we are short.
Huh? On a YouTube Tuesday. Love my kids, love my grandbabies, and let's go ahead and get into it because you know where I got to be in the morning.
Hello, everybody.
Veronica Rose, Emotep, Bradley, myself. Yeah, Emotep is it's okay to fail as a parent. And when Veronica Rose and I were talking about it, you know, she brought up some good. Save it for the show. Save it for the show.
Save it for the show.
And the reason why I brought up that topic is because it ties into what I said on the 23rd, which would be on Saturday, that obviously a lot of you liked very much. Oh, I didn't even realize I was early. But the subject I basically said is, you know, how does a single woman teach 4 boys how to be a man? So let's touch bases on about being a parent. Our parents, like our children look at us and our grandchildren look at us,
and how do they look at us?
Well, I really don't know, because after today, watching the video of what happened in Minnesota and watching how, as a parent, you got to understand, and this is why when I do this story, this is why when Monica Rose and I talk, I want her to understand when I make these assumptions is as a parent. What if that was my niece? What if that was my nephew? What was that if that was my mother? You know, I want people to understand that, thank God people are actually do videotape these things, because people are getting away with it. And then it's kind of funny how they only show emotion when they're in front of a judge. Oh, Your Honor, I didn't mean to do it. But yeah,
What do you mean you don't mean to do it? You were just sitting there doing the whole thing, not moving because people saw you, said things, and all this, and that, and the other.
I shared
you
the
didn't
video.
do anything.
I shared the video.
You shared it.
You
shared it, and so did
yeah,
Jackson. Darnell did.
And Veronica Rose watched the entire uncut version of the video. She watched it, and you know,
I mean, first of all, what did the man do? Okay.
I don't know.
Whether he, murdered somebody or something like that.
We need to say that for Saturday.
What?
Yeah, we said that for Saturday. We already picked the topic. Yeah.
Well, you leave me hanging.
I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. We're going to be getting off subject.
Yeah.
But look, this is what we're saying as a parent. We make mistakes.
You try to do the best that you can.
Right.
Yes, we do make mistakes.
A lot of mistakes. And
no parent is perfect.
We make mistakes.
And you can have children that you raise 2 of them, and one could be good and a straight path and all this, that, and the other. And the other one could be your wild child. No, I ain't saying disaster, but wild child, or black sheep of the family, or whatever you want to change and turn things around.
Right.
They can. But and as a parent, sometimes you wonder, what did I do wrong for them to go down, and they're going to do what they want.
Right. I mean, I made a whole lot of mistakes. And the one mistake I truly made was that, 1, I feel guilty about my first. 2, I definitely feel guilty about my second. And the third one, you know, it played its hand out to where I don't feel guilty about that. The only thing that upset me about my last child is how it went. And I saw everything fully for what it was.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
She says, yes, you have a wild child.
Yeah. But, you know, I also have been blessed to been around children all my life, even though they was not my own. And sometimes I've heard from various people that, oh, well, you haven't been around children. Yes, I have. It might not have been my own, but I've been around children.
Yes, he has been around children. He does very well with children.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, because there are some people out there that complain and say, well, you don't do that well with your child. That's because you don't let them.
Yeah.
You got the parents, well, so-and-so, that's because you don't want them to do anything. And when they try, you act like you're the perfect. That's when you call the one that tries to be the perfect parent.
Right.
And I hate to tell you, you can be perfect, but if you keep one of the parents away from them, they're going to find out down the road when they decide they're old enough that they can find the other parent, which they will. When they find the other parent, you're going to find out. They're going to come back and ask you questions.
Right.
And you're going to be like, well, it's too late now.
Right.
You should have let them see their parent. They can make their own judgment call of the parents.
Because kids learn from parents.
Hi, Tammy. Hi, hello. And
kids
said yes.
learn from the parents. Whether they turn out to be good or whether they turn out to be bad, they still learn. And that they soak up so much. But we as parents have not figured out or understood that they see it all. See, again, when I talk about strength, I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about emotional. When these kids see what you go through.
No, they see you go through, but the fact is, and I know all his mothers and probably fathers, you don't understand until you have your own child. And when you have your own child, then you'll understand. Now, there are some that don't understand, some that
will never understand. Have kids and don't understand.
True.
I mean, that's, hello, look at the TV shows. Look at all the...
Tammy says, love you all.
Yeah, love you too, Tammy. Look at all the TV shows. Look at all the TV shows. What do they portray? They portray dysfunction between everybody. They got all men supposed to be cheaters. They got...
I was growing up, and I'm sure when you were growing up, you know, you used to have to get married, then have children and stuff like that. I was brought up that way. That's the way it was supposed to be. Okay. This day and age, there's so many divorces now that people are just living together. If you have a child, you stay together. Maybe down the road, if things are still good, you'll get married. But to get a divorce, in my eyes. And the fact of the matter is, you know, what do you do now? I mean, it's changed. The whole generation has changed. It's not like it used to be.
People can talk on Facebook. People can talk in cyberspace. People can talk on Instagram, but they can't talk to the woman or man they lay next to.
Oh, that's sad. If you can't sit there and have a conversation with the person that you're with, I mean, it's horrible if you can't have a conversation with somebody that you're with.
Here's the keys. Here's my number one keys. Communication. I had to break down the communication. Communication is the key to everything. If you, and men, women, doesn't matter who you are, if you are dumb enough not to talk to who you lay with, that's your problem. If you are dumb enough to have a child by someone that you know is not a father material or a woman material, that's your problem. And it took a long time for me to understand that. See, the whole thing about it was, and I'm not taking nothing away from my baby's mamas. What I'm saying is, starting now, teach your children. Because it wasn't that it was we had voids to fill because of what was going on through our parents who had lack of communication. Our parents had they started.
Well, no, now some have communication and some don't. It just depends on where you were brought up, how you were brought up.
I guess.
Mine was you had communication, you talked, but if you got in a fight, you didn't hear it. It was behind closed doors, and you never knew there was a fight.
Well, I came from lack of communication, and believe me, that lack of communication is what destroys a lot of relationships. Lack of communication.
LOL 17.
Stop. Also, commitment. When you commit to a female, it ain't just about sticking your penis in them. I understand that now.
Well, that's committing to a female or a male, you know.
Mostly females.
Well,
because I'm sorry, there's just a lot of females who, you know, a female has a fantasy about how she wants her life. A male just want to get a nut. I'm sorry to say that, but that's exactly what it is.
Some, I wouldn't say all men are just wanting. I mean, yeah, that is one of the things that's in their head, but you know, they also have fantasies and dreams things that they want in life too.
I mean, you know the worst example? The Bachelor. The Bachelorette. You got 20 guys fighting for one female. For what? For what?
Well, you date them all, you kiss them all, and all this and that and the other, and then you got to find the right one.
Yeah.
Then halfway through, you find the right one, and then something happens that it didn't work the way you wanted it to.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Last time I checked, you're telling people, because you know in other cultures when they give their child to someone else, to another family, you have every right to talk to this female before you slay with them. Why in the United States we do the adverse reverse? Talk to your partner. Find out who she is and what she likes, or what he likes. Because believe me, 18 years of child support ain't no fun. It ain't no fun. Yeah, it's a responsibility, but it ain't no fun.
A one and done baby. One and done equals baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do, and you need to respect each other too. Respect, communicate, and you know, be able to work things out. If you got that in a man, you're doing really good.
Yeah. I mean, remember something. No matter how many pieces of the puzzle fit or don't fit. Let me tell you what my uncle told me. He said, boy, he said, when you go look for a woman, you find a woman that fit the puzzle, not forced. You fit a puzzle together. Just like you fit your life together.
Yes, Tammy, old school dating.
God intended for a man and a woman, not male and male, not female and female, a man and a woman to walk on a path. We, as his dumb, illiterate children, keep trying to change the rules of the game. I got that, but I'm beyond of changing that.
You don't talk about my show.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying.
Old school dating and guys that open the doors. See, I wasn't used to that, but yes, I will admit, women, if a man opens the door, whether it's a little boy, you know, teenage boy or whatever, if they open that door, out of respect, you need to say thank you to show them the respect too, because the more you don't say thank you, you're just like, whatever, and walk away. After a while, that boy is going to go, forget this. I'm not doing this.
Teach your children about a heartbreak. If a girl breaks his heart or a boy breaks her heart, teach them. It's okay. There's other fish in the sea.
Yeah, but you know what? You say that, but for a girl, it's like the hardest thing to get over when you get
I understand.
And stuff. I mean, eventually you get over it. Now, for a boy, well, that's just as hard too.
Yeah.
But it seems like for a guy, you don't want to talk. You just basically go do your thing. You stay away from everybody, and you deal with your emotions. And girls will sit there and cry and want to talk to their friends, or sometimes some girls, they'll go in their room and just shut the door. Don't want nobody to be around them. And I got that.
I do too. I'm just saying. Look, we're not experts. We just been there. We got a lot of people who are on the show who are our age or a little younger
Yeah, respect the old school dating, yes.
But the whole thing about it is, look, you know what really, and a lot of you out there who are my age, y'all remember Adult Forum? That's what's wrong with the world. There's nothing up here left to chance. We're so quick to want to see a woman's nipple that we forget what she looked like in a dress, dressed up, business attire, librarian. Whatever happened to falling in love with the librarian? You know, with her hair in a bun, pencil in there, all plain. Yeah, that's my type, boy.
That'd be your type.
That is my type. A plain Jane. Nobody looks at her, they think she's grotesque, and she turns out to be a supermodel. You didn't even know it. But the whole thing,
or a wild woman that you just didn't know about.
Exactly. But see, everybody, it's like, I mean, on Saturday, we're gonna get into what happened on Monday with the black guy and the officer and the woman who made the phone call in New York. But what we're saying is, please.
Bye, Tammy. See you later.
Communication is the key. Communication. And then when you break down the communication, everything else falls into place. Tell your child, I love you. It's going to be okay. Let's see what we can do to work this out. What are your problems? I will listen. I'm not saying it's simple. I'm just saying.
It's just you got to learn from what the problem was in that relationship. You need to learn from that one. So when you get into another relationship, there's some things that you don't want out of that relationship into this other relationship.
Lust.
Well, you got some people in relationships that have a lot of lust.
Lust.
But the thing is,
don't make people think straight.
No, they don't make people think straight. They hurt each other. They bruise each other. And it's like, but you can communicate and talk and be fine. But when it comes to other, it's like, you know what? You don't need to be together.
What?
Don't need to be together.
I don't understand whatever happened to just when Harry met Sally. Sit down and talk to her. If she can cook.
But that's the thing. Some people don't know how to talk anymore. And because you're too busy doing this.
Well, hell, text it to her.
No. No. You talk. I mean, okay, I can understand you text and talk. Say, okay, can we meet? Can we get together and go talk? Can we go get something to eat, talk, and communicate? If we don't communicate, this is doing nothing. Because it's hiding your facial expressions, your emotions, and everything else. You could say something that you think it's all fine and dandy. Other line, no, it ain't all that dandy.
Hey, because guess what, brand new parents? We didn't have a phone to look at when we were doing it. We didn't have that great internet or Facebook when we were doing it. Y'all keep forgetting about that. I mean, just think about our grandparents and our great-great-grandparents. They didn't have anything. Go outside.
No, when I went to my grandmother's house, she used to have a kindergarten in the backyard. That actually she taught kindergarten, but then after a while, when she finished and all that, she'd tell us kids, y'all need to go outside. So we go in the kindergarten. We played for a while. After a while, that kindergarten was not very clean to play. But there wasn't that much to do. Then when they leave, we get to grandma's dress up. Well, her clothes, but we dress up in them, and then she come home and complain that we're in clothes.
Right.
You know, you did what you had to do.
Right. And don't forget, shortly is Father's Day. For all those other guys who stepped in,
to be a father.
I'm not saying you mothers, no. I'm talking about fathers. Even the ones who pay child support. Whatever you do to take care of your child. And, you know, happy Father's Day to you. And, you know, like I said, every year I do my segment on Father's Day. I don't really do Mother's Day, but I do Father's Day because the simple fact is, fatherless child, and I like to talk to all the other fathers out there. To that note,
have fathers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Nah. When you was doing it. No, when you was doing it. Oh no. Too many options via social media and dating apps. As soon as something goes wrong, people quick and swipe right on Tinder.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
I don't do Tinder.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the whole look, Jeffrey. Thank you for your comment.
Yes,
dog.
thank you for coming.
I mean, the whole thing about it is, it's like what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. These are the same on every female. It doesn't change. It's the same hole we keep playing with. It doesn't change. It just has different movement, whether it goes up and down, side to side. I don't understand. But it's here, called the brain. You need to be investigating. So when you pick a partner, you're supposed to pick a partner that's your best friend. That's my best friend.
He's my friend, my best friend.
And we're not boyfriend and girlfriend or anything. But the whole thing about it is we talk.
We communicate.
We communicate.
When we hang out, do things, but we still respect each other as
that's why
human beings.
I don't understand you women that are homemakers. When the kids are out of the home, you and your husband don't know how to talk anymore. I don't understand that one either. But we gotta go.
But you gotta be careful on Tinder too, because you just don't know who you got.
Right.
All right. The people that I see is Jeffrey, Susie, and Tammy. Our other screen is not showing anything because we can't see it. But I have Tammy, which Tammy's already signed off. She had to go. And Susie's on here, and like I said, who did we say? Oh my God, what is that?
Y-A-J.
Susie. Oh my God, what was that? Best person. I know exactly what you're talking about. Gotcha, Susie. Okay. All right, y'all. It is Tuesday. We will see you on Saturday. Y'all have a good evening.
Will you just kiss my grandchildren and my daughter for me? And just
tell them I said hi. And we'll talk to y'all later.
I'll see you on Saturday when I talk about the black guy in Minnesota and that girl in New York. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
The girl in New York. The one that's calling 911?
Yeah.
And had the dog?
Welcome to Y-A-J.
All right, people. Y'all have a good one.
Welcome to Y-A-J.
And talk to you on Saturday. Oh, there it goes. Are we off?
Just about. And we're done.